Okay. Hello, it's me, Honey the Solar Punk. I haven't made videos in a really long time. But today I want to make a video called How to Be a Villager. And I've got little notes. So, I think this is a really important part of solar punk that people forget about. They dream about the village and community and communal things and stuff. But they don't really talk about how to do that, especially in this day and age. I feel like we're really disconnected in what communal work takes. And so one of the first things, we're gonna have a little 5 steps to being how to be a villager. One of the first things I want you to think about and mill on is what is your community role? This isn't a question of what's your purpose or what's your passion. I mean, some people might feel like it's their purpose, but what's your passion or anything? It's not really that question. It is what can you do functionally and what do you have the capacity for in order to help others in your community. So for me, my passions and purposes are I'm passionate about zero waste and environmentalism and art, and I'm passionate about gardening. I love gardening, landscaping and things like that, landscape architecture. I'm a herbalist. Right now, you guys haven't seen me in a long time, but I'm about to go to get certified for ABA, so that's working with autistic children. I've been in childcare the last few years, and just, since I was, got diagnosed with my illness, changing careers, but working with children has been really evident. It's so how can all these things form a capacity of what my role in my community or as a villager would be, right? So it's can I provide medicine to people with my herbalism as a form of alternative healthcare? Am I providing childcare and education? The childcare that I like to do, or when I babysit and things, is very nature focused. And I talk to the parents. I'm hey, I like to do nature focused. I'm about to go to study to be a nature school teacher. This is how I do it, right? Teaching the next generation. What is your role in the community? So, a little question mark there. That's the first thing you can think about. So, let's get into the steps. Steps 1 is that you have to take the first step to engage sometimes. And I know it's very hard. It was very difficult for me because I'm with the way my brain is, I'm it's obvious, right? We should just be friends or something, or how you connect with people. I feel like we've become a very antisocial society. So how we connect with people, sometimes you have to take that first step to engage. The way I have become a better villager is going to different social community things. So most cities should have a city website, and it'll show you community things what are going on. Great places are going to be libraries. My local libraries have seed swaps. They have book clubs. They have knitting clubs and stuff. Talking to older people, talking to elders is a great thing. Going to garage sales and yard sales, and not going to buy something. It doesn't have to be a capitalism thing or buying something. Even if you are, at least you're circulating it in your more local community, smaller economy. But so just going there to talk to people, maybe just buy one little thing and going to talk, or just people watching, going to the park and people watching, involving yourself in something. If you have the capacity to go and sign up for volunteering, if you have the capacity and the time, sign up for volunteering. I volunteered at a local mini sort of urban farm for a while, and that was great, and I loved doing that. And when I lost the capacity to do that, I had to figure out another way to be a villager, right? To engage. If you're part of a religion, going to your church or mosque or your gurdwara or whatever, that's a good way to interact with people. They always want volunteers and stuff. So take a step. The first step is take a step that you have to engage first a little bit. Put your foot out there a little bit. Maybe go to your local library. Say, hey, what kind of events do you have going on? And go to those events, and you'll start seeing the same kind of people go to these events. And maybe you'll get some confidence to talk to them. Or maybe you only have capacity for a certain amount of time. It's summer right now. In the summer, there's yard sales everywhere. Go yard sale shopping, driving around, take the bus, walk around. Taking the bus has also been a good way of I've met people or talked to people locally. Take the bus to a yard sale. Just interact with people for a day and see what needs could be filled, you know? You have to actually see the needs to fill the needs. So that's another good way to like start engaging in order to see what kind of villager you could be. Number 2, so that was number 1. Number 2 is gauge your capacity to help. This is such a big one, especially because I have a disability, right? I have a fainting disorder, and I only got diagnosed with it when I was 23. So I probably had it since I was 17, but like when you're not diagnosed, you like feel like you have such a bigger capacity and you overwork yourself, you overdo it, and then maybe you build resentment like some people do, or I never did, but maybe resentment, or you're just burning yourself out to the point where you can't even do what you like to do or what you feel like is helping anymore. So gauging your capacity to help. If you can't go out to the library or whatever or do this and that, maybe you can just clean up around your neighborhood. You know, if you live next to a big road, you drive by every day and there's trash on the road, take a day with a trash bag and some gloves, clean up, you know, talk to your neighbors, or if you have Nextdoor or a neighbor app or a Facebook neighborhood app, like see what other people need, or if they can give you something that you need. If you see your neighbor down the street and their steps are really messed up in the front, if you could just, all you have to do is make a little wood frame and put a little concrete in there and fix that for them. Or you see, that older lady down the street, she's been having to repaint something for her. It doesn't take a lot to repaint, you know, but really knowing your capacity for what's going on around you. If someone's always breaking bottles and there's glass and stuff, go out there and sweep it up. You do not need permission to clean up your community. You do not need permission to do these small things. You just need to know your capacity to do them. And that's a very punk part of solar punk, is like take charge a little bit of like your area. So that's number 2, is like gauge your capacity to do these things. Like, okay, maybe I have a little bit of money. If you have a car, that's great, right? If you don't have a car, that's fine. But, maybe I can't go out and save the whole world, but I can make my community better. I can go to the park and clean up a little bit. I can go and get a sign from Home Depot and put it out saying, hey, no littering, and put it on the side of the road, like in front of your house or something. Like, you can do these things. You can spread wildflower seeds in these areas very easily, things like that. So that's number 2. Gauge your capacity to help. Number 3. Communal responsibility. I think I talked about this in one of my other videos, but communal responsibility is something that I feel like people have just fallen out of favor, and a lot of our elders know about this. Is like, if you live in a community, if you build a certain level of responsibility in yourself, you don't need to ask permission from the city or the whatever all the time to do stuff. Like, if you live in an HOA, I feel very sad for you. You do have to ask permission for shit, which is, you know, but like, I'm at my boyfriend's house right now. He lives in an apartment, and it's a cute little small apartment. There's like maybe 10 tenants. They had a big pothole right in the front. We just filled it up. We filled it up with sand and gravel. Pothole's gone. You can do that in front of your own home, or you can go and buy the actual, you know, blacktop stuff to put on the top and everything. You can make a difference just in a small area and make it better. Like, we actually have a date planned to go and clean up the trash because it's right next to a road on the other side. It's like a bridge, to clean up all the trash there, because he lives here. We live here. This is our home. And your home is not just your house. It's your house. It's past your mailbox. It's your neighborhood. It's your community. And having some communal responsibility, a communal responsibility mindset will help you be a better villager. It will help you not think about like, the whole world is on my shoulders, or I can't do anything at all, or what I'm doing is not making a difference. It was making a difference in your life. It was making a difference in the life of people just right next to you. You've made a difference in people's lives. So that's another tip on how to be a villager, is communal responsibility mindset. That's number 3. Number 4, it takes effort. What did I say? It takes effort to manage relationships. Once you take a step to engage and you build a relationship with someone, I'm going to say like this because my legs are going numb. Once you take the effort, this first step to engage, it takes effort to manage a relationship. And this is another thing where it's like our society has become so antisocial that we haven't flexed these muscles in a long time. Or people feel like it takes too much effort. They're like, to have a relationship, so much effort, so I'm not going to try. It's some effort, but it's not the end of the world, right? You sometimes have to be the first one to call. Sometimes have to be the first one to text. You know, your problems are not the center of the universe. Like, sometimes other people have issues too, to where you have to reach out. I say you don't want to be reaching out disproportionately, you know, in a crazy way, but you have to give that effort to maintain and manage relationships. Get a schedule going with somebody. Get a schedule going with a few people, even if it's just one people. Like me, I know my capacity is not that high to manage a bunch of relationships, have a bunch of friends, or be the lead of a bunch of volunteer groups or anything like that. My capacity is low. My health capacity, my mental capacity, my financial capacity, it's low. Am I able to travel a bunch of places to help people? It's low. So, like, I have the capacity for my friend, my cousin, my boyfriend, my friend whose land I live on, my sister. Sometimes I see my brother every once in a while. Like, that's like 5 people. And that keeps me busy, okay? These relationships should be part-time jobs. Like, you need to put actual care and value into managing these relationships. This is my insular village, right? This is my immediate community. Then your outer community, you need to put a little bit of effort into engaging with them, into managing them, checking up on them weekly. It doesn't have to be daily. If it's daily, that's great that you have the capacity for that, but it has to be weekly checking in on things that you're doing to be a villager. Weekly, sometimes, okay? If you can do monthly and it's beneficial and the relationship is maintained, that's great too. Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. Anything less than monthly, you're not managing it as well as you could be, I think. So that's number 4. It takes effort to manage and maintain relationships. Okay, we're at number 5 now. Number 5, ask forgiveness and not permission to help. This is similar with communal responsibility. If the city comes, you know, if you see, like one of the issues I have in my area, if you see that all the bus stops in your area don't have any benches, which is, you know, become a problem with me being like disabled and having mobility issues now, is I can walk now, but I can't stand at a bus stop for 15 minutes waiting for the bus to come, right? Or, you know, you see elderly people. The people who take the bus are often disabled, who are people who cannot drive, often elderly or teenagers and young children and stuff. So it's like, if your local bus stop doesn't have a seat, you can try and petition with the city if that's easy, if that works. But if it doesn't work in your area, you can put a bench there yourself. I found some cinder blocks, I found some metal bars, did my little solar punk, you know, in the shifty of the night, and now there's a bench there. Like, you can do these things. If the city comes and takes it away, you can try it again, or maybe they'll actually replace it with what needs to be there. So you don't always have to go rush to ask for permission, just ask for forgiveness. And often, sometimes, if you make a good product, like I saw, there was a little like organization in Ann Arbor that made wooden benches. They built them out of wood. If you have any skills, this is another thing when it comes to like what's your role in a community, what's your role in a village, right? If you have this skill that can help your village and be this rolling village, build a couple small wooden benches out of anything, out of everything, because it's better than doing nothing and just stewing and talking about how bad the city infrastructure is. Do something about it. Do something about it. And have fun while doing something about it. You know, if the concrete is really messed up in front of your house and you have the ability to buy some Quikrete or something, pour it into the cracks. Make it better for people around you. Make it better for yourself. Make it better for yourself. The best way to be selfish is to be altruistic, okay? Like, do it and you can have fun. You can put glass marbles in it and make it look pretty and stuff, because if the city or whoever's in charge is not doing it, you have the autonomy to take charge of your environment, because this is your home. This is your home. So you don't always have to ask for permission. Sometimes you can just ask for forgiveness to help yourself, to help your village, your community, whatever it is, to pick up trash, to pick up dangers. You know, if you care about the children in your local neighborhood, clean it up, clean these things up. You know, this is all your home. Think of your front lawn as your living room couch. You know, do you want, you know, like, don't go on anyone else's property if you can help it. You know, private property, and get yourself hurt or something. This is America. People will shoot at you. So, you know, but do what you can. Do what you can. So that is my video, how to be a villager. Step 1, take a step to engage with others. You might have to take the first step. Step 2, gauge your capacity to help. Don't overdo it. And step 3, communal responsibility mindset. Try to gain more of a communal responsibility mindset. And step 4, it takes effort to manage these relationships. It takes effort to manage your role as a villager. And this is going to be more fulfilling to your life. It just is. It is. Like, the tiredness you get from helping others, to me, is more rewarding than the tiredness you get from being dissatisfied with the quality of living in our country, in our lives, in our communities. The tiredness you get from doing something is more rewarding. So it takes effort to manage these relationships. Number 5, ask for forgiveness and not permission to help. Yep. And our question for today was, what is your community role? So I hope you liked my little video. I haven't made a video in a long time, but that was how to be a villager. And let art imitate life. Look at that. One day this can be us.